Hai, selamat sore. Selamat berjumpa lagi dengan saya Noval Yasid, Festival Co-Director dari Europe On Screen. Dan kali ini saya sudah kembali ke Jakarta dan kita akan mengadakan sesi Instagram Live mengenai pelaksanaan Europe On Screen 2023 di Orléans François Medan dan Institut Français Indonesia atau IFI Yogyakarta. Sebelum saya ngobrol dengan dua narasumber atau dua pembicara kami, yaitu Ibu Pogy Kurniawan dari Orléans François Medan dan François Dabin dari Institut Français Indonesia di Yogyakarta. Saya akan mengingatkan kembali teman-teman bahwa pelaksanaan Europe On Screen 2023 sudah semakin dekat dan Europe On Screen 2023 akan diselenggarakan nih tanggal 16 sampai 25 Juni 2023. Saya kembali membawa contekan tanggal 16 sampai 25 Juni. Make sure that you save the dates dan sudah mengosongkan waktu untuk datang ke venue-venue atau tempat pemutaran kami yang tersebar di 7 kota. 2 di antaranya kita akan ngobrol hari ini di Medan dan di Yogyakarta. Dan semua acara gratis. Tahun ini kami menyelenggarakan pemutaran filmnya secara luring atau secara offline semuanya, tapi jangan khawatir teman-teman yang belum bisa hadir di Europe On Screen di 7 kota di Indonesia bisa juga mengikuti beberapa acara atau beberapa kegiatan kami secara virtual baik di Instagram, lewat Twitter atau YouTube dan TikTok kami. Kami akan merelay beberapa kegiatan di Europe On Screen lewat akun media sosial kami seperti Instagram Live sekarang. Kami juga masih akan menyelenggarakan virtual talks bersama filmmakers secara virtual juga. Jadi jangan khawatir untuk atau takut ketinggalan hype dari Europe On Screen. Tapi yang jelas untuk pemutaran filmnya sendiri akan diselenggarakan secara offline atau secara luring di beberapa venue. Saya lupa jumlah venue-nya itu kalau nggak salah sekitar 17 atau 20 venue yang tersebar di 7 kota di Indonesia. Filmnya apa saja, jadwalnya kapan saja akan kami umumkan segera. Yang jelas kami akan umumkan beberapa hari sebelum hari pertama festival. Jadi jangan khawatir, teman-teman masih punya waktu juga untuk menyusun jadwal, untuk menyusun rencana. Biasanya kalau saya lihat di media sosial banyak yang mencetak jadwal sendiri, membuat jadwal sendiri, membuat rangkaian jadwal baik itu di Excel atau di Word atau di aplikasi lain, memastikan bahwa teman-teman bisa menonton sebanyak mungkin film dalam waktu 10 hari. Ya, oke. Update yang kedua adalah buat teman-teman yang sudah mendaftar untuk menjadi sukarelawan atau volunteer festival kami. Beberapa sudah dihubungi oleh tim panitia, jadi harap bersabar. Beberapa juga sudah diwawancara, jadi tunggu saja pengumuman dari kami. Dan juga buat teman-teman yang sudah mengikuti short film pitching project, terima kasih, kami sudah menerima ratusan submission atau pendaftaran untuk short film pitching project atau ide pengembangan cerita atau ide pengembangan project rencana film pendek. Terima kasih sudah mendaftar. Kami juga sudah menghubungi para finalis yang sudah terpilih dan mereka sekarang kayaknya lagi menyiapkan presentation deck atau pitching deck yang akan dipresentasikan di depan dewan juri yang terdiri dari pelaku film profesional di Indonesia. Siapa saja finalisnya nanti akan kami umumkan bersama dengan seluruh rangkaian film dan jadwal acara di Europe On Screen 2023 segera. Ada yang bertanya, is the program available online? Thank you. Our website is currently not down, but we intentionally closed the website for the time being. So later on, a few days before the festival, you will get to see the whole lineup and the whole schedule. Jadi beberapa hari sebelum festival, kami akan membuka website. Teman-teman bisa melihat semua film, semua jadwal secara keseluruhan untuk Europe On Screen 2023. Oke. Update yang berikutnya adalah mengenai venue. Beberapa teman dari beberapa followers kami di media sosial sudah menanyakan mengenai tempat-tempat penyelenggaraan. Sebenarnya kalau teman-teman rajin menyimak Instagram live kami sudah mulai udah mulai kami ungkapkan satu-satu ya mana aja venue yang akan kami jadikan tempat penyelenggaraan pemutaran Europe on Screen 2023. Nah, minggu lalu rekan saya Putri sudah ngobrol dengan teman-teman di Denpasar. Ya, itu ada 2 tempat penyelenggaraan Europe on Screen 2023 di Bali, yaitu di Allianz Francaise Bali, Allianz Francaise Denpasar, dan juga MES Denpasar. Kali ini kita akan ngobrol dengan 2 kota lagi yang akan menjadi salah satu host cities untuk penyelenggaraan Europe on Screen 2023 di Allianz Francaise Medan, dan juga beberapa lokasi di Medan, dan juga Institut Français Indonesia di Yogyakarta. Kayaknya waktunya sudah cukup untuk saya memberikan update seputar pelaksanaan Europe on Screen. Sekarang kita akan undang Ibu Pogy dari Allianz Francaise Medan dan Pak François dari Institut Français di Indonesia di Yogyakarta. Sudah saya invite kedua orang ini. Halo.
Halo.
Selamat sore.
Selamat sore. Good afternoon.
Selamat sore.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
François, I don't think I can see you. I just can see your wall.
Yes. Nice speaking.
Okay. All right.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello. I
Hello,
can see you
François.
too now.
All right.
Yeah, you all can hear me and see me, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, great. Okay, so welcome to our Instagram Live. Thank you for making the time. So let's begin with introducing yourself. Perhaps we can start with you, Bu Pogy.
Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Pogy. I'm from AF Medan. I am the president of AF Medan, or Ketua Yayasan, as you usually know. But right now, I'm also the interim director of AF Medan because our previous director just finished her work term. And AF Medan, well, I've been with AF Medan since we started around 2012, about more than 10 years. And I've been following AF Medan activities, especially Europe on Screen, since 2012. And I've been an avid fan of Europe on Screen. I remember every time there are some movies, I would be watching like 2 or 3 movies every day, going from like waiting in the theater every day for the movie. So I really, really like Europe on Screen. And now is a really nice time to be able to participate directly in organizing and preparing everything for US 2023.
All right.
Be it for now. Go ahead.
Well, Bu Pogy, actually, you've been you've been following Europe on Screen in Medan longer than I am, because I only started joining Europe on Screen in late 2017. So you are more experienced in me, I guess.
Right. Yeah. I really love it. It's a really nice event.
All right. Thank you. François, now perhaps you can introduce yourself.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for this opportunity. So my name is François Dabin. I'm from France. I've been the director of Institut Français Yogyakarta for now 2 years. And Institut Français Yogyakarta is the only foreign cultural center based in Yogyakarta. And we have been partners with EOS since the beginning, I guess.
Yes. We've worked with Institut Français in Yogyakarta even before the venue is being named Institut Français Indonesia.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a long time.
It was Lembaga Indonesia Prancis before.
Yes.
So I think some people still call us Lembaga Indonesia Prancis. It's easier
You're
for
right.
them.
Yeah, yeah. Whenever I go to Jogja, most people still refer to LIP.
LIP, exactly.
Yeah, Yeah, rather than EV. So yeah, I mean, ever since this is your third year doing, I mean, being in EV Jogja, and I believe this will be our second year doing it offline in EV, because of the pandemic, we did it online. So, and perhaps also in this post-pandemic time, I mean, both your venues have started picking up activities or events, even, having more activities and events than during pandemic or before pandemic. So perhaps maybe start from you, Francois, if you can share some of the recent events that you've had in your venue.
So we have multiple events in our venue, movie screenings, obviously, exhibitions, concerts, conferences, roundtables, workshops, dance shows, theater plays. So a lot of events because we have a big auditorium. We are lucky for this. We have an auditorium big enough to accommodate 185 people. So it's a very demanded place. So I'll just talk about our events, IFI events. So we had 65 cultural events during the year 2022.
Wow.
And these events gathered more than 4,300 spectators.
Wow.
So among these events, obviously lots of movies, movie screenings, a lot of film festivals, because we have movie lovers, actually, I would say, in Jakarta. So we host many festivals like Europe on Screen, definitely, but also Festival Film Documentaire, Festival Cinéma Prancis, obviously,
Yes.
100% Manusia. Recently, we hosted the Italian Film Festival. We work also with JAF. Okay, we don't host jazz screenings, but we had some pre-events with short movies screenings plus a discussion talk with the filmmakers through Zoom. And we work in cross connection with cinema lovers association like KDM, like Animasi, Tiga Pulu Tiga. We work also with cinema schools. Sometimes organize, movie screenings. So when I say movie school, I'm talking about ISI, Institut Seni Indonesia Yogyakarta, JFA, Jogja Film Academy, and MMTC. And plus, we have regular movie screenings every 2 weeks. And sometimes, we've also recently we also screened some Indonesian movie. Recently, we had a movie screenings. It was movie Nana by Camille Andini, and very important. All our events are free of charge, so everybody is welcome. So if you have auditors from Yogyakarta, they're more than welcome to come to visit us for our events.
Yes, for sure. But I mean, all these events keep you busy throughout the year. Then, have you had any breaks?
Really? No break, never. Yes, maybe 1 week per year. At the end of the year, we have we close for 1 year and Lebaran. That's it.
Right. Okay. And now to Medan. What about you, Pogy? What are some other recent events that you've had?
Right. IF Medan is, of course, much smaller than IFI Jogja. We are actually, the difference between IF and IFI is that IFI is under the MC, whereas we have to be independent. And unfortunately, we don't have a big auditorium. We have a tiny room that we call auditorium. We just use a screen, a projector, and then have people sit around in the chairs to watch movies and stuff. But since this is Medan, Medan, so far, a lot of people, not many people in Medan are known to be as artistic as the people in Jogja. But here, as IF Medan, we try to make people to like arts, to be involved in arts, anything related to arts. And so I think the presence of IF Medan has been quite helpful in this sense. During the pandemic, yes, we were closed, but we tried to have online events, like when EOS had the online screenings. We broadcasted to a lot of people. And since after the pandemic, we had some exhibition by, I think it was the painting exhibition by Emmanuel Lemay, this French cartoonist, comic. He wrote a book, and the book is a comic book about, it's combination of a story about an Indonesian neighbor and the buildings, the views of cities and places that she went. So and the author of the book was invited from France to come to Indonesia, and he did a whole bunch of activities in different cities, and he drew a lot of things, and with his presence actually gathered a lot of urban sketchers from Medan, from Sumatra, to participate. And now we have a lot of collaboration with these urban sketchers, and we also had some several exhibitions, photos or photos or paintings. And then we did a lot of school related things. You know, in Medan, tried to focus on trying to get people to learn French to go to study in France.
I see.
Because Medan is almost like, I think most of the people here like to study or thinking about going to universities. And so we try to give them an option to go to France to study. Because, it's affordable and the quality of education is really good there.
Yeah.
And so we try to get people to learn French. So we did a lot of school visits. And we had Francophonie. We had Little France. It's a small activity where we teach people how to converse in French, to do activities in French. We hosted that in AF Medan after the pandemic. And in the future, we will still have more. We would have more movie screenings, even in our small auditorium, or we will work together with some venue partners as well, who already started to become interested because of all the movies that we let them screen as well, right? There will be Festival Cinema Prancis, I think, coming near the end of the year. And also some music concerts like Duo Wigger. It's I think it's a jazz concert, but just two people. And there will be another jazz concert soon, I guess. And 14th of July, the special French National Day, we're gonna have some events here as well. We will do some collaboration with local artists, or we're just gonna host some extra events here in AF Medan. So these are some of the activities we do. And apart from that, I sometimes will also, actually every year, along with Europe on Screen, I also do another collaboration with Goethe Institute in an event called Science Film Festival.
Right.
If you know that, I am the one that will bring. I bring this to the whole Sumatra, North Sumatra. So we visit schools to present, to show science films, short science films, and we would hopefully kids will love this because it's going to be, science will be presented in movies and experiments, simple experiments. And I do this all over the schools, and every year there would be more than 7,000 students watching this in North Sumatra alone.
Wow. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's the, it's because of my love for science and education. So I do these things, and I'm gladly doing all this every year.
Yes. And it's interesting because you mentioned that AF Medan has only small auditorium, and this prompts you and your team to do partnership with other schools or other institutions for having venues for your activities. So I would like to know how do you initiate the partnership with these venues, and how do you maintain the partnership so far?
In the past, the movie venue that we used was actually a hotel auditorium. But after during the pandemic, they stopped letting us use the venue. And then I think there was a change of management. So now they no longer let us use this for kind of free of charge, right? So all this time when Europe on Screen said you are going offline again, we tried to find a venue that is located in a strategic location, you know, where public transport is available and easy to be recognized by people. And in one of the visits to schools, I realized that one of these schools is located in just exactly a strategic location, and they actually offered us to use a hall. I mean, actually asked us to use the hall for school presentation, actually. And then I said, by the way, I mean, how many people can you fit in the hall? And can we actually show a movie there? And they go, you want to show a movie? We actually have a theater, you know. And I said, really? How many people? I said, it's about 70 to 70 something, 80 people capacity. I said, that's pretty good, you know, if it's a real theater. And so the next day we went and take a look at the place, and I thought it was good because if we want to use the venue, we don't even need to bother too much of the school facilities. It's pretty straightforward. You don't have to like go around in like really difficult hallways or something. And so I said, this is a good place. And I had to ask around all the way to the what do you call it, the committee, yayasan, you know, to ask for permission to use the school. And I told them that this event is an international event, the biggest movie festival in Indonesia, and it will give the school some exposure as well to the whole Indonesia with the participation in this US. And finally, they agreed to let us use this space. This is going to be our first year with this is called Global Prima School Theater. It's going to be our first year, and I really hope that it's going to continue afterwards. You know, we managed to ask for 6 days event there, 2 weekends. So it's a good start. I really hope it's going to be a good one. Well, last time I talked to the operator of the theater, and he was very surprised when I said this event is a public event and it's kind of a national or international event. And he goes, really? This is going to be the first time we hosted something outside of school, he said.
Okay. So yeah, cross fingers. We are always excited to welcome new venues because it means bringing new audiences as well. And speaking of audiences, François, as we discussed earlier, your venue has become sort of like one of the main cultural hubs, I would say, in Jogja, not only for film screenings, but also for cultural events. You've hosted a lot of exhibitions, actually, be it paintings, photography. So from your point of view, why do you think EV Lip has become popular? I mean, we know that there are a lot of galleries, a lot of venues in Jogja. Why do you think EV Jogja is popular? And also, do you have like a certain guidelines, certain rules perhaps that you apply to anyone who wants to do performance or exhibition there?
Oh, the voice.
Oh, François, sorry, we couldn't hear you.
Sorry, I shut my mic. So I was saying, we've become a popular venue mostly because we've been here for a long time, you know. Institut Français has been established in Jakarta since 1975, so almost 50 years. So we are clearly well identified by the local cultural community. Second, because in the past, you know, between on the, let's say, 25 first years of activities, I mean, in the late 20th century, there was not so many opportunities, you know, for young artists to exhibit their artworks or for some theater plays to theater groups to perform. So Institut Français was really one of the places where it was possible, you know, to express. There was no censorship. There was no money involved because it's very important. We are a not-for-profit organization. We are under the French government, so we welcome, you know, artists. There's no matter of business with us, you know. So I've met, you know, since I've been there, I've met a generation of, you know, artists who are now in their, let's say, 40s, 50s, And a lot of them, now they are confirmed artists, and they tell me, Institut Français was the very first place where I could perform, where I could exhibit, because at the time there was no other possibilities for us, because we had to ask, government. It was complicated, and there was kind of censorship, there was pressure, so it was not possible. So we have always been a place for freedom. Okay, now in 2023, definitely there are lots of places where you can exhibit, when you can perform in Yogyakarta. But for young artists, it's not so possible, because commercial galleries or stages, they ask for money, or they ask you to be a confirmed artist,
right,
to perform or to exhibit. For us, we still remain very open to young artists, to disruptive artists also, those who are a bit avant-gardists, who do something very different, who are not mainstream. So we are still a place where when artists can express, even if they are young, even if they are very different, or they do something which are not mainstream. So I think we are still popular because of this. And some smaller NGOs, associations of cinema lovers, if they want to organize some screenings, there are not so many places in Yogyakarta which are available and affordable. When you want to organize a movie screening, I know 2 or 3 of them, and it's kind of expensive. So we're still affordable for those who cannot afford to pay a room, an auditorium or stuff like that. So that's why we are still popular and well known within their local cultural community.
All right. And if anyone wants to approach, for anyone who've never had any performance or exhibition in EV before, and they would like to apply, how do they so?
They just have to get in touch with me, with the Institut Français in general. I can drop in the email. They can send me the project. If we like the project, definitely we support it.
Okay, that's great. As simple as that. Or they can approach even via social media is also possible, I believe. Social media of EV Jogja. Yeah.
Exactly. So I'll share the email ID, social media if you wish. I'll share email ID from my personal Instagram account.
All right. And we will share. We will share the information again at the end of the session. All right. And also, we've got that info.jogjakarta@ev-id.com. All right. And speaking of Europe on Screen, especially with the new venue in Medan, Bu Pogy, if you would like to explain to our viewers like what the venues will be, and more importantly, how to reach these venues.
Okay. In Medan, the EOS will be held in 2 venues, but it will be held on different dates. The first one is from between 16 and 18 of June. It will be at Global Prima School Theater. Now this will happen 2 weekends, so 16 to 18, and then 23rd to the 25th of June. 3 days. It's all Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And for Friday and Saturday, there will be 2 movie screenings starting from 5 p.m. and then the second one is at 7 p.m. or 7:30. Then on Sunday, there will be 3 screenings starting from 2 p.m. to 5 and 7, kind of. The exact time later will be seen in the later on when EOS release the movies. And then the second movie venue is called the Prime Movie Resto Prime. It's a small theater, and I think only the ones that love movies would know where it is, kind of. But you can always find it in Google Maps. It's called Movie Resto Prime. This place has about capacity of 40 to 50 capacity of 40 to 50 people, and they have been showing a lot of nice movies there. And they also, I think they have their own production house in that place. And so we will show three movies a day from the 23rd to 25th of June in movie rental. So 3 movies a day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 each. So 9 movies in that venue alone. And again, like Pak Novo said, it's all free. All movies for EOS that will be screened in Medan will be free. So in Global Prima School, Global Prima School is located at Jalan Brigjen Katamso, Simpang Juanda, and it's right on the big street, big road, the Brigjen Katamso. There will be a lot of transport there, so easy to find. To find Global Prima National Pass School.
Okay.
Okay. There will be altogether 2, 2, 4, 7, about 14 movies in the Global Prima School, and 9 movies at Movie Resto. So altogether more than 20 movies in Medan alone. Yay!
Yay! Yeah. So yeah, and I just want to make sure again that I mean, people outside the school can enter the premise of Global Prima Nasional, right?
Yeah, we have already informed the school that it will be open to public, and of course people will we will have to be a bit considerate since this is a school. We'll try to be, don't throw garbage everywhere, and just be nice. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And I think it's pretty straightforward in EV Jogja, François, about the venue. I mean, I'm sure people in Jogja are already familiar with the venue, but are there any new rules and regulations that have been implemented?
Rules and regulations at IFI Jogja are very simple. It's just come as you are, and that's it.
Okay.
No need for registration for this EOS festival. It's just come. No need to register. You come on time, please, for the screenings.
Right.
So we'll have 22 movie screenings from the 16th of June till 25th of June.
Yeah.
Movies every day except on 21st of June.
Right. Yeah.
21st of June we have a special event, so it's called Fête de la Musique. It's a World Music Day, so we'll have concerts. But the rest of the time, it's the rest of the festival. It's daily, on a daily basis. 2 movies during weekdays at 4:30 and 7 p.m. and 3 movies on the weekend at 2, 4:30 and 7 p.m.
Yeah, that's correct. And we will also have some, perhaps, if possible, Q&A in Jogja, and yeah, we will let you know.
I wish
about that. Yes. And yeah, and to close off the session, if you can, each of you, share some of your favorite French films ever that you really like.
I like Antushab.
Okay.
The one
Antushab.
Yeah.
And Amelie, the classic.
Lovely. Yeah. What about you?
Oh, by the way, should I ask one thing? Is there going to be tickets? Will there be?
Yeah. No, I mean, for the tickets, it's provided on your own. If you don't feel like you need a ticket, that's also fine.
Okay, good.
Right.
Just thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, François?
I wouldn't maybe give titles. I would give maybe filmmakers, contemporary French filmmakers, which are very good, and I can just give the names. So among the contemporary French movie makers, I would say Jacques Audiard. Okay, I will write the name in the chat because it's not so easy.
Yes.
Albert Dupontel also.
Mm-hmm.
Is famous recently for a movie called Bye Bye Morons, Adieu les cons in French, which mixes comedy, burlesque comedy, and drama, and it's a very, very good one. And last but not least, Cédric Clapiche, famous for comedies mostly. He became very famous worldwide for a very popular comedy called L'Auberge Espagnole, in English, The Spanish Apartment.
Yeah.
And recently we have screened one of his movies called, in French, Deux Mois, in English, Someone Somewhere. Right. And it was a big success. I think we had about 60 people in the auditorium, and people really enjoyed it.
Okay. Especially Jacques Audiard, I still love A Prophet.
A Prophet, yeah, it's definitely a masterpiece, yeah.
Yeah, it's very strong film. All right. Well, I hope we can gather as many people as possible to attend both your screenings in Medan and Jogja. So thank you, Bu Pogy. Thank you, François, for your time. Lovely to see
Sama-sama.
you. Yeah, hope to see you all in person soon.
Okay, see you soon for US.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank
You
you.
all in
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Alright, so that was our conversation. Itu tadi obrolan kita bersama Ibu Pogy Kurniawan dari Alliance Français Medan dan François Dabin dari Institut Français Indonesia atau IFI Jogja. Jadi sudah dibocorkan atau sudah diberitahukan bahwa untuk di Medan penyelenggaraan Europe on Screen akan diadakan di Global Prima National Plus Theater, itu di dalam kompleks Sekolah Global Prima Nasional, dan sudah ada pemutaran dari tanggal 16 Juni. Kemudian ada juga di studio film Movie Resto Prime di Medan, itu mulai tanggal 23 Juni. Jadi kalau teman-teman nanti kelupaan, kami akan informasikan lagi beberapa hari sebelum festival, venue-venue, dan juga jadwal pemutaran di masing-masing venue. Kemudian di Jogja, ada di IFI Jogja, Institut Français, atau mungkin teman-teman Jogja lebih kenalnya LIP ya, IFI LIP Jogja. Itu akan diadakan pemutaran Europe on Screen mulai tanggal 16 sampai 25 Juni, kecuali tanggal 21 Juni karena ada acara mereka, yaitu Fête de la Musique, sehingga pemutarannya dari tanggal 16 sampai 25 Juni, absen satu hari di tanggal 21 Juni. Kalau teman-teman tadi, teman-teman seniman, teman-teman artis, atau teman-teman ingin mengadakan pemutaran atau mengadakan pameran di IFI Jogja, tapi belum pernah, bisa menghubungi atau mengirim email ke info.jogjakarta@ifi-id.com, atau bisa juga mengirimkan message ke akun Instagram IFI Jogja yang baru saja bergabung dengan kami. Oke, demikian sesi Instagram Live dalam rangkaian pre-festival program Road to Europe on Screen. Jangan lupa, Europe on Screen, harus saya keluarkan lagi nih. Europe on Screen 2023 akan diselenggarakan dari tanggal 16 sampai 25 Juni. Semua film akan diputar secara gratis di 7 kota di Indonesia. Saya Noval Yazid, Festival Co-Director Europe on Screen, undur diri dulu. Hari Kamis nanti akan ada rekan saya Putri yang akan menjadi host di sesi Instagram Live berikutnya. Selamat sore, stay healthy and happy. Bye.